Christmas Day in the Philippines. Quiet day for us here. Welcome to the video. This is Edward and this is my autistic son John. We're on our morning walk this morning. Just back and forth in the driveway for 30-40 minutes. And it's an overcast day, which is pretty common for this time of year here, Philippines. But we had some family over last night and had a little Christmas meal, and just quiet this year. We're just kind of homebodies mostly. You know, when you're on a tight budget, you don't have the budget to travel and stuff anyways. We got a lot of responsibilities here. We have children and John and the pool. I'm running the pumps right now, trying to clean that up. Yeah, it's just a quiet Christmas here in the deep jungle of the Philippines. My personal belief is, although I'm a Christian, you know, I don't believe that Jesus was born on December 25th. It's just all the research I've ever done and all the stuff I've read from the Bible to all different kinds of theories is that, you know, and mostly from evidence from the Bible itself, and you know, it was most likely in the fall of the year when Christ was born. But you know, because the world recognizes it as Christ's birth, you know, I still have the best wishes for everyone on Christmas time. And here in the Philippines, it's a lot different than it is in the U.S. where I'm from. For Christmas, there's called the Burr month. So September, October, November, December, all those months are celebrating time of Christmas. And literally, even big businesses, like especially like our power company here in this province, and I'm sure most places are like that. The only time they ever do anything is between the end of January through August. That's their work time, and literally, I shit you not, that their off time for parties and just family gatherings and company gatherings is from September, the Burr months, all the way through to the end of January. And I'm not kidding you. This is the way a lot of the businesses and people operate here in the Philippines. So you're talking September, October, November, December, and most of January, almost 5 months that they just do cleanup, organization, and party that whole time. And then the only time they have to do ever any work is if it's really emergency type stuff, but no planned projects. It's just only what emergencies pop up they try to take care of, and that's about it. And that's the way it is in the Philippines. It's just once September hits, it's slow-mo, super slow-mo, because most of the year it's slow-mo anyway in the Philippines. And then September hits, it's super slow-mo. So if you want to get anything done, really you should do it February through August. And that's literal on almost everything. So the rest of the time of the year, yes, things still move, but just at an extra slow rate. So that's one thing different about the Philippines compared to the U.S. So the stress is lower, more time to reflect, blah, 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 right? And that's way different than I've been used to my whole life, especially being in the oil field. I mean, you're busting your balls every day for 16, 18 hours a day for the most part, year round. And that's why I loved that and I thrived off that, but the only real way I could thrive and love that kind of schedule was I only worked 6 months out of the year because that's the schedule. You work 2 weeks, you have 2 weeks off all year round. So it was beautiful as far as that went. You know, you work your butt off for 2 weeks and you can't drink, you can't spend money, so you save all your money. They pay for your room and board. Had my own room, hotel room, very beautiful, fancy. Had my own private bathroom, my private room in a massive facility that they built for housing all the workers. And you know, there's a cook there. He cooks pretty much whatever you want. If you have a request, he'll cook it up for you. I mean, it's just crazy how spoiled that kind of work is. Have your own room, have your own food. I mean, yeah, you work hard and you work long hours, but you only do it for, you know, a couple weeks out of the month. That isn't for everybody, but that's for most people. Some people work in the oil field for months on end and then take a few months off. It's like that. Kind of like the foreign workers for the Philippines people. When they go overseas, they'll do it for 18 months, come home for a couple months and do it again. So, yeah, it's a massive adventure and it's just way different in the Philippines. You know, we have Christmas lights here. Not too many, but we have Christmas lights in our function hall. A little tree we put in there and some Christmas lights for mostly people that we have guests that come and do a swimming event and they sing karaoke and stuff here. You know, mostly for that. You know, because John don't really care about Christmas. A lot of Filipinos, their Christmas is just family gatherings and meals, and they have a few beers or something, and then they're, you know, sing some karaoke and they're done. But karaoke is a big thing. A lot of people just are singing karaoke on a lot of these gatherings pretty much nonstop. And we had that here in the past where we had big, huge lechon meals and stuff and invited lots of people and sang karaoke till all night long. Sometimes they go all night long through the night into the next day, and they do the same thing with New Year's. I would say Christmas and New Year's is the two biggest holidays by far in the Philippines that, you know, that I've noticed. And then birthdays is also a big thing, birthday parties. So, you know, I miss the snow and the cold during Christmas time from living in Minnesota and in the mountains near Las Vegas where there's snow in the wintertime and it got cold. You know, got down to below freezing a lot of times. And that's what was beautiful about living in a big log home in the mountains north of Las Vegas. Probably maybe an hour drive or a little less, 45-minute drive to the city of Las Vegas from where I was in the mountains there. Just beautiful. You know, you're above the tree line and the snow at 8,500 foot level on elevation in the mountains. So I got, you know, it's quiet. You know, you get that cold weather, you get snow. Sometimes, some years the snow got so bad it was like 10 foot high. So I had an awesome snow blower and you're shoveling snow all the time, which is nice to get out in that kind of crisp, cold weather. I really miss that. Well, you know, I was raised right in that kind of country, right, where there's snow all the time. So I'm used to it and I miss it because that was my whole life. Here it's 84 degrees without aircon. That's the average temperature every single day, day and night, 84 degrees. So if I don't run the aircon in the house, it's 84 degrees in the house, maybe 82 to 84, right in there. You know, day and night, nonstop, all year round. So you don't get to see the seasons here. The only seasons you get here is the wet season and the dry season. So I miss the seasons because, you know, I was born pretty much with a gun in my hand too, and my father would take my brothers and I out, you know, hunting from September. It would be partridge hunting or grouse hunting in September into October, and then when October came along, then duck hunting started, so we'd be hunting ducks wild. Well, this is wild in the woods, right? Then in November, that's when the rifle season would start for deer, white-tailed deer. And so we'd hunt deer until, you know, pretty much most of the month of November, unless you had some special permits and stuff that would extend it. But yeah, so that was the whole fall. And then during that time, right, it's crisp and cold and the leaves are falling from the trees, and then it starts to snow anywhere from in October through into November. Some years, yes, you get a lot of snow, some years not. But I'll be going back here to the U.S. here pretty soon, probably in 6 months from now. And I'll probably have to stay a couple years, get a bunch of stuff straightened out, and then maybe work a couple years. We'll see. The worst part of that whole plan, but it's almost forced on me, I'm going to have to do it. Worst part of that whole plan is being away from my boys, John and Leonardo. Leonardo's 3.5 now, and so I'd be missing a real awesome part of his life. So I'm hoping I can avoid leaving for an extended period, but we're kind of in a tight situation right now in a few matters, and might have to do it. I might have to bite the bullet on that. We'll see. Only God knows for sure what the deal is for the future. But we're doing fine right now. We got enough to sustain us and sustain my relatives here best we can. And you know, it's good because we're together all the time. And you know, even John, I got him on a carnivore protocol, which is mostly meat and fat diet. He still has some carbs, but it's maybe only 10 to 20% carbs, and the rest is all meat and fat. So, and both of us are on that diet. I went all the way down from 225 down to 185, and now because I'm incorporating a little bit more of the carbs into my diet compared to when I first started, I'm up to 195, and I'm pretty much plateaued right there at that 195, as long as I don't get too crazy with eating too many carbs. You know, because I incorporated stuff like avocado, fruit. Once in a while, I'll have some other fruits like pomelo, or, you know, I'll have maybe a bite of pineapple or something once in a while, or, you know, it's very minimal though on a fruit. Very, very minimal. And one thing I love about avocado, it's massive fat and protein. I love it. And then I've added nuts into my diet. Some nuts, mostly pistachio nuts. I'll eat, you know, a couple handfuls of pistachio nuts every day. Then what else? That's about it. Oh, some carrots. I'll have carrots once in a while. We might have some green leafy once in a while, which is the stuff that they gather out in the jungle. It's really delicious. And my 3.5-year-old Leonardo will just eat a whole bowl of that stuff. It's crazy. A small child eating greens is pretty rare, but he loves it. He just chow it down. And so he's also mostly carnivore, but you know, the kids eat a little bit more carbs than I do because they're so much younger. And so they eat some of that real good carb stuff that you can get, but mostly still meat and eggs. Leonardo don't eat eggs though. That's one thing we can't get him to eat. And it's a sad deal, but he just can't eat eggs. But we're all healthy, and we're really thankful for that. And really, we don't have any major big problems. Everyone's healthy, everyone's doing good. We're not ever sick. Very rare that we're sick. We eat well. You know, we're just on a tight budget, and that's fine. I mean, there's a lot of people in the world hurting right now, and you just really got to have a focus and be thankful for really what you do have, not what you don't have. You know, a lot of people go ups and downs throughout their life, right? Financially, emotionally, stability-wise, everything, right? It's just, I'm thankful for so many things on this Christmas day that, you know, I'm thankful for my son John. He's really not any of a problem or a burden. He's so kind and loving all the time. And, you know, 90% of the time, once in a while he'll get mad about something, but mostly he's wonderful, and he's really not that hard to care for, considering other people with severe autism. It's really, really hard, and my heart goes out to those people, because I know when John's mad sometimes how it can be so disruptive. But also, you know, just our general health. I mean, now I've gotten my toe. I've been walking around good. My toe's been removed and amputated on my left foot, and it's been get close to 9 weeks, so a little over 2 months since I had the surgery, and it's almost the stitches were completely healed after 3-4 weeks. And then now after another month, there's this one, you know, quarter size open wound still, that's still draining a little bit, and I'm putting this collagen on it and bandage on it once every day, and it's still healing, but it's definitely healing process going real well on it. So I'm thinking another month, and that should be completely done, where then I can start going swimming with the boys and stuff like that. So we'll see. But everything's going pretty darn good in life, and we should all be thankful for that if things are good. Even if you're poor, money is not everything. I mean, I've had tons of money, and I've had hardly any money throughout my life. And really, the times that I didn't have the money, it's stressful sometimes if you want something and you can't get it, but you know what? You grow as a person to find something else to do, and to do without it. And you come to find out you don't really need it, right? What you need is food and water and shelter. That's what you need, right? The rest of it's all bonus time. That's right. All big time bonus. You don't even need that many clothes to wear. You know, so just enjoy what years you have left in your life and leave it at that. You don't have to be balls to the walls trying to make money all the time. So just keep that in mind. It's having a peaceful existence is huge. It's really huge. So y'all just take care out there. Have a great Christmas with you and your family. And that's all for today. Signing off the Golden Palace with my son John, and just walking in the deep jungle back and forth in our driveway. That's our Christmas day, and we'll have a nice meal later today. So love you all. Take care, and God bless. Bye-bye.